fine, handsome. How's that for an entrance? Alright, so at this point it says that we're live, but we're not sure. So Sam's going to check that out and make sure that we're live and everything's going good. I'm setting up our tripod here. Alright.
We're live. They're looking at me.
Alright, we're live. So, if anybody is here, throw some love in the chat, and we'll know we're not alone, and we're good to go. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that entrance. We weren't sure if to do that or not. That's why we were a minute or two late. Yeah, of course we did.
It says right now one currently watching. I'm assuming that is me.
Alright. Well. People will join eventually. And you should probably refresh that because for some reason it doesn't stay updated. So, yeah, today we are farm sitting. And I don't know, that's kind of a new concept for us. So we just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about where we've been and what we're up to. And, you know, we haven't had much content come out in the last couple of weeks, but that's because we were gearing up for this and we were getting ready because we thought there was going to be big things happening. And I think we're right. So we're just going to be live to talk about that for a couple minutes. And, so, if anybody is here, we got two things we can talk about first. So, we can either talk about stuff to do with the channel, with Wake Up and Dream and the RV Living channel first, or we can talk about Pirate Chain first. So, if anybody's here in the chat in Odyssey, just go ahead and let us know what you would rather hear about first, and we'll get underway here.
No, it just says that's currently watching.
So, like, all the dogs are, like, all worked up right now. Like, our dog, one dog is at the door over here, and our other dog is laying on the deck, and we got 3 other dogs that were watching, and they're just sitting out there paying attention to what we're doing. So, this is kind of...
Yeah, lady calmed down pretty quick.
Yeah, so everybody's calming down. But we're doing good. So, alright, so the first thing that I think we're going to talk about is our channel. So, with our channel, what's happening is that we're still stationary in a spot, and I'm still currently working a full-time job. So, it's difficult to put on the plate to come up with a new video every week. It puts a lot on Sam's plate. She's taking care of a lot at the house, and she's also then trying to edit the whole video and get it all out with very little help from me. So what we're going to do is we're planning on committing to 2 long videos every month or once every other week, and then maybe we'll throw some shorter videos in there, like some shorts or something like that. Or, you know, if...
yeah, maybe a cute short of the dogs or something like that.
Yeah, or, you know, if we found ourselves somewhere different and, you know, just wanted to show you guys where we were at and what we were doing.
Yeah.
So, that's the plan with that. And, you know, we had a hard time because we first started doing this because we wanted to get out and boondock. And we found ourselves, we went to a couple campgrounds last year, and we actually didn't like it.
No, it was like city living in a campground where you've got neighbors on either side of you, and very busy at campgrounds. It's not it doesn't have that private country feel camping should. And, you know, how I feel camping should.
Correct. And where we live, where we park constantly, we have our own field that's like about an acre big. So we're used to the seclusion. So when we go to a campground, we feel like we're kind of intruded upon.
Yeah. There's a lot, you know, it's loud, and it's, obviously I get that, you know, that's the way it should be. A lot of people go and they have their camping lives and their camping communities, and I know a lot of campgrounds do, you know, Christmas in July and Halloween in August, and, you know, they have their own little community there, and it's a place for them to escape and kind of have, you know, their home away from home. And for us, because, well, we live in our home away from home, we still want to have the privacy of, you know, having your own home, but be able to go and see different things.
Yeah, and so we want to get ready to boondock and stuff like that, and we want to stay, you know, out on the BLM lands, or like right now we're farm sitting. So this is how this kind of,
I love this.
Yeah, this is kind of how this came about, and I will let you tell them how your friend got a hold of you and asked you to do this.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, I'm sure you guys know that I did hair, and I quit doing hair. But one of my customers, who also, I graduated with her son from high school, I've known her for a real long time, she texts me and she goes, "Hey, I have a crazy idea. Would you want to come up and house sit while we go on vacation?" And she has horses and cows and chickens and dogs, and she's got a couple of birds and a guinea pig. So it's, you know, it's a lot, and you want to make sure your animals are taken care of. And I was like, no, not a crazy idea at all. We would love to do that. She's like, yeah, bring your camper up. You can park it anywhere. And a crazy idea turned into kind of an awesome idea, I think. They got us really set up here, though. Like, we're doing just the most basic of things. They got everybody corralled where they should be. Luckily, it's summer, so, you know, the cows and the horses can graze out in the pasture most of the time. So it's really just giving grain to one of the cows, giving some hay to a couple of the horses, making sure everybody has water, letting the dogs in and out, making sure they're fed, have water, bird, guinea pig fed water, chickens fed water. It's very basic stuff. We are not taking over full responsibility or totally farming. Yeah. They set us up really well, and we just have to do the basic minimum. And I kind of feel bad because when they get back, they're going to have a lot of stuff they have to do. But maybe as we get further along, we can learn more and maybe help out more. So when people go on vacation, you know, we can. I thought it was kind of a cool idea because, you know, we've been stuck between this. We want to homestead, but we want to travel. Two very conflicting ideas. This is kind of a way that we can sort of do both. We get to travel and we get to camp out on a farm or a homestead. And I mean, like, just look behind us. We have this incredible view. It's a little overcast today, but you can see Lake Erie from here. When the sun goes down, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the sun sets, I mean, perfectly right over the lake. And you know what? Actually, if you guys watch our video, we'll have a video coming out in a couple weeks of us house sitting, and a lot of that stuff will be in there. You guys will get to see that.
Yeah, so. And they were Kathy and Chris are so generous. They're like, while you're here, take all the eggs. Obviously, those would go to waste if we didn't take them. And we've had so many eggs. I've been making eggs constantly. But it's wonderful to have fresh, first thing in the morning eggs. I mean, it's wild. And then right here we have tomatoes, and I think there's a zucchini plant in there where they were like, help yourself to that. They have an in-ground pool. So it's like we're working, but they're like, go ahead and use these things, and we kind of get to have a little bit of a vacation. Yep, the side by side.
The side by side that we were on driving in, we were told that we could use that and have fun with it. So
Yep, we went out. There's a creek way out back there. We went and checked it out the one day just to try to find where it was. But I think today we're gonna try to get out there and maybe explore the creek a little bit. Now that we know what we're doing.
Yeah, so that kind of came, kind of fell into our lap, but then they were telling us how difficult it is to find people to come and watch a farm, that they can't find people to do it, and that means that they don't get to travel, they don't get to go on any vacations because animals need to be fed every morning and every night.
Yeah, they don't take vacation. They still need, and you can't bring all your horses and your cows with you when you go places, so it's hard when you're doing this lifestyle, and that's one of the things that we know we wanted to do. We wanted a homestead, but we also want to travel, and you just can't. You can't.
And that's why we haven't pulled the trigger on the homestead, is because we, in our back of our minds, we know we want to travel.
Yeah, and we wouldn't be able to do right by the animals, so.
Yeah, so this way we can learn from a bunch of experienced farmers.
Yes.
And then we can also offer a service where people who have homesteads can go on vacation for a little while. And this way we're always looking for a way to stay somewhere cheap. So this way we have a place to park for a while. We do work to help out around the farm or the homestead. And, it's a win-win for everybody, basically.
Yeah, we get to go camp in a secluded place. We do want to be able to boondock. Right now, while we're here, we are plugged in. We're hooked up to their water. Just garden hose. We brought our own hose and our own filter, just like we would normally, and we just hooked into one of their outside water sources. And we are in a 50 amp camper, but we can plug into a 110.
Yeah, just a little normal, regular.
Just a regular household extension cord. So that they had one in the barn, and we just ran that to the camper. We're here pretty close.
That's because we have a residential fridge.
Yeah,
That's why
our fridge doesn't switch over to propane, unfortunately. So, but we had ordered 6 months ago.
Yeah, like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, I think.
We ordered a solar system with a solar system generator, basically. That we could plug into, and it was supposed to be here by now. They were supposed to have shipped it in July, and obviously we're most of the way through August, but everything is backed up. So
it's still supposed to be coming. They said 5 weeks.
They haven't shipped it yet.
Last time we talked to them, and that's about 5 weeks now. So
yeah, we should be hopefully hearing soon that they'll ship it. So then we can be even more self-contained, because we can always fill up our water tank. We have a 150-gallon water tank. We have a 150-gallon water tank, and during the winter we would fill it up, and I easily could go a week, 10 days without emptying it and needing a refill. So that would be fine.
Yeah. So after doing all this, we think that the future of our channel and the future of the things that we want to do is going to contain us. Hopefully house sitting, farm sitting, homestead sitting, whatever you'd like to call it. And we can come in and we can be not so intrusive into your house and stuff like that. We're all self-contained. We don't need to take a shower in your shower, any of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not using like your dishes and, opening in and out of your refrigerator, things like that. We're not having to worry about that because we have everything we need right in our home, which is here, and all we have to do is basically, I just go in, let the dogs out, feed the birds and the guinea pig, and put the meal on the table, and out the door I go. So
yeah, and so the rest of the time we're in our own contained area. So I think that that's nice, and I think a lot of people will be looking for that, as well as a lot of people that are just looking for somebody to stay at their homestead when they're on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna move forward. Yeah, because I'm
getting blasted by sun.
Getting blasted by the sun. So that's a service that we want to start offering, and we want to let anybody know that's around us within 45 minutes of Dunkirk, Fredonia.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour away from those places. Let us know if you are interested in having somebody come and stay on your farm or your homestead so that you can take a little bit of a break.
Oh, yeah, and we want to be as helpful and as accommodating as possible, and I'm absolutely always willing to learn or do something if you just show us. So, we came up here twice. We came up here initially just to kind of walk through everything, and then we came up again and went into more detail about where the food was, who gets what. I had my list of things that I did in the morning, things that I did in the evening. If I had any questions, I could contact. She's on vacation, so I message her, I check in. The first day, there was a couple of questions I had because things were a little different than we had planned on. A couple of the dogs were switched, and I couldn't find. She had, wanted me to throw hay to the horses, stuff like that, and I wasn't sure where I was supposed to take the hay from. So I just called her, and she told me everything, and then good. Everybody's been happy and fed, and
yeah.
We're very communicable.
Yeah, so obviously we're willing to do more, and the more we do, the more attention that you need to give to your animals. Obviously, it'll be a little bit more,
right?
Of a cost to have us come in there and watch. But
yeah.
We just want to let you guys know that we're starting at about $30 a day. Just so that you're not overwhelmed thinking that this is something that just rich people can afford or something like that.
Oh, yeah, no, because this is as much an experience for us as it is a way for us to earn income.
Yeah, so, $30 a day, it's like, for $100, you can get a nice long weekend where we can come and stay on your homestead, and you can go and have a decent weekend and not worry about your animals and all that. And, we love all animals, too.
Oh, yeah, we love them. Sometimes they don't love us. Lady barks at him, and the birds try to bite me when I feed them, but...
Yeah, but me and Lady are becoming friends.
Yeah, it's a slow process.
Yeah, she took the treats from me last night with no problem, so the first couple nights she would just stand on the other side of the room and wouldn't even let me give her one.
Yeah,
so,
Big Bird tries to bite me every time I try to put... I'm like, I'm feeding you, and he's trying to chomp on me. So.
Yeah, but that's just part of it, it's exciting. So.
It's alright, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, and so the next thing is that because we have an RV living channel, we also have a 4K drone.
Yes.
So 4K is pretty good. That's about as good as we got right now, and so we figured that while we were at these homesteads or these farms, some of them may be businesses, some of them may be vineyards, any of those things, that people might want some aerial footage. May that be pictures or videos or anything like that. So we also want to put our services out there to anybody who's looking for drone footage.
Yeah.
So if you're just looking for an aerial shot of something, if you're looking for a particular shot for like a video that you're going to try to upload to YouTube, you just need a scene, but you don't want to go out and buy a drone, by all means, contact us. And that service is going to be starting at $25, and that will be some aerial photographs will be included in that. If we're getting into aerial video, that's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, with editing and time.
Yeah. But just so you guys know, again, we don't want to do this stuff just for rich people. It's, $25 is going to be our starting price, especially while we're trying to build our portfolio and get our stuff out there.
Yeah, we are, this was, okay, so we kind of always had the idea where we were thinking maybe about doing like work to stay. I know a lot of campgrounds do that.
Yeah, work campers.
Yeah, work campers, there you go. But again, you're in that campsite situation, so we were trying to figure out a way that we could kind of like boondock and somehow be able to stay there for free. Out here by us, we don't have a lot of Bureau of Land Management, free camping locations.
Yeah, we're in New York.
Boondocking locations. Yeah. That seems to be more of like a
out west,
Midwest kind of out west thing. Arizona, I know, has a ton of like boondocking locations. Most of the people that I watch videos for that boondock, 9 times out of 10, they're in Arizona or New Mexico or Texas.
And
or
especially
like
we
that.
have a 41-foot fifth wheel, and
Yeah,
then
it's
we have a
huge.
26-foot truck, and like the fifth wheel does go over the truck, but I mean altogether we're pretty long. We got to be near 60 feet, I'd say.
Yeah, we
So
are.
we're a huge.
We're not
rig.
easily maneuver. We're finding that it's difficult to put us places sometimes, which we knew. Well, I mean, I say we're finding, but we knew that. We knew going in
we
that
were taking
being
comfort
so big,
over maneuverability.
Yeah.
And we are second guessing that, but that is a subject for another time.
Yes.
I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's just the 4K drone footage. So right now we don't. We want to also offer like drone footage of your business or your vehicle, because we did a couple shots of our truck and our camper that were just like really fantastic, and I realized that there might be some guys out there with some really awesome motorcycles or some really nice cars that would like, you know, a drone footage shot, but who wants to go and spend $400 to get a 4K shot of their motorcycle when you could spend $50-$60 and you could get a nice shot of your motorcycle, you know? So, or you know, get some aerial pictures of it and get a nice video of it, you know? So that's another thing we wanted to offer. So
Yeah, I thought that was a good idea. No matter what I do, I can't seem to hold the camera completely steady, and the drone is just smooth.
Oh yeah, with that gimbal, woo, that thing is nice.
Yeah, it is smooth.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't record sound, which if it did, you would hear the thing flying around. You know.
Yeah, it sounds
but,
like a hive of bees.
Yeah, but it's.
Freaks Gunny out.
Yeah, I mean it just takes gorgeous video, gorgeous shots. So and we hope in the future to be able to do events. Like we were watching a guy do the drone footage at the tractor pull, and that was really cool. But he must have had so many batteries because.
We only get 20 minutes on our drone. Either he had a really top of the line $1,000 drone, or more than likely he had multiple batteries, lots and lots of batteries.
Yeah. Because
we only get 20 minutes, and you know you're not doing a 6-hour long event. Yeah, and it takes more than 20 minutes to charge a battery, so you'd need at least a couple batteries so that they were charging while you were using one, you know? So we're hoping in the future to be able to do that. So, the next thing is our Patreon campaign. So we're starting a Patreon campaign. We've actually had the page for a while, but we haven't promoted it at all. And that's because we think, I think it was probably a little bit on our end where we were like, we're not getting the videos out constantly and all that. You know, we want to be more consistent when we decide that we're going to start asking people to support us, and, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, we just really want to make sure we're going to be there for you guys if we ask you to support, you know? Yeah, if you're going to support, you should know that you're going to get what you pay for. Correct. Basically. Yeah, and we wanted to make sure we were in a position to give that to people before we started promoting it. So on Patreon, what it is and how it works is Patreon is a place where a viewer can subscribe to a channel for like a small fee, and like you can do like as small as like $1 a month. And for doing that, you're helping us grow. You're helping us get to reach our goal of trying to do this stuff full time, and you're also gonna receive a benefit for that. And so. We figured that the first tier, which is going to be $1 a month, if we get people that will subscribe to us for $1 a month, we always release our videos on Sunday in the morning, and we would allow our $1 Patreons to get access to that video the day before on Saturday. Yeah. So that is our plan, and we're hoping that if we can get at least 10 Patreons for only $1 a month, if we can get 10 people to sign up to our Patreon for $1 a month, we will commit to doing a long version video once a week.
So, and that'll be the same thing. The Patreon, the $1 Patreon subscribers will get access to that video on Saturday, and everybody else for all the other platforms will get access to it on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for that. And we also wanted to do a $3 Patreon tier, so you can subscribe for $3 a month. I mean, this is really cheap, and it's a way to help us reach our goal, and it's also a way for you guys to interact with us a little bit more.
Yeah.
So for our $3 a month Patreons, we wanted to do something exclusive for the Patreon, something that nobody else is going to get, nobody else is going to see. So for the $3 a month Patreons, they'll also get access to all the videos on Saturday, a day early, and then they will get a one coffee stream a month where it'll just be us hanging out with the Patreons, and we'll be answering questions or anything like that, just drinking a coffee and hanging out, and that won't be put on any other platform.
Yep.
So that's the plan with that.
Exclusive.
Correct. So that's what we really wanted to do, and those are the things that we really wanted to bring to your guys' attention, and services and stuff like that that we wanted to bring to our viewers, anybody that's been with us for a while. Okay. Yeah. And so
we really want to grow and bring you better quality content. There's things that I want to purchase, but I'm holding off right now, waiting to see how things grow. But that would kind of level up our game a little bit.
Yep, and because we don't travel, we don't go to all the national parks like everybody else does and stuff like that. If we can do the farm sitting, we can bring you guys different places, and we can show you different things, and us interacting with different animals. And we actually did want to be different than all the other travel channels. And we don't have anything against them. It's just you see Glacier National Park 5 times throughout the year through your favorite channels. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is a little different. Nobody's going to come to the Jackson's family farm, you know, and
see this amazing view. And
yeah, this is amazing. This is a side of the world that really nobody else is going to get to see.
Yeah, and you can get hiking here. We can go into the woods, and there's a creek back there, and you know it's a more private experience as well.
Yeah, so we wanted to be able to bring that to people. So this is why we thought that we could bring all of this stuff together. We could offer a service because these guys made it very clear to us that it was hard to find people to come and do this. So we were like, hey, we'll come and we'll do the best job as we can. And hopefully they can tell their friends, because there's farms on either side of us. Yeah, they know. You know, they can tell their friends that we did a good job. And if they're saying everybody they know can't get away from their farm, that must mean they're talking to their friends that have farms that can't get away either.
Everybody's having a hard time.
You know, so we just think this is an awesome way to get everybody engaged together. We can bring different content to people. Even if you have a farm, we can come to your farm and watch your farm, and then you can get a whole video that includes the theme of your farm and your animals, and we can do drone footage for you, and I think it's awesome. This is a big way for us to interact with the community.
And we still want to do those other things too. Like, I would love to go to, national parks, state parks, things like that.
It's the financing that's to get us there. So to have that kind of freedom to drive ourselves to the other side of the country, we need to implement a business model that's going to help us get there. So we're hoping to bring you guys value, and you guys can support us while we get to go out and reach our goals of going to the national parks and all that stuff.
Yeah, and this to me, this situation where we come and we house sit, it is probably the perfect situation, because we got to pack up, leave our land anyway, and take our home somewhere else. And I don't know, I love working with animals. I love being around animals. It is my favorite thing. I just stand out there while the water's filling up, and I pet the horses, and I talk to them, and it's nice. And I realize that it's not exactly farm life. Farming is a lot of work. But if we can help you know, if we can help somebody be able to go on vacation and be able to see things like, you know, Glacier National Park themselves, while we get to, you know, do something we enjoy while camping somewhere. I don't know. That's just, it's kind of a vacation for us, even though we are technically working. I've enjoyed my stay up here. It did rain for like 3 days straight, which was a bit of a bummer, but that's life, right?
Yep.
We could go and pay to camp somewhere else, and it rained for 3 days while we're there, and we can't do anything, and now we're out that money,
And we paid. Yeah, so I'm still working full time, but that's only 4 days a week, which is awesome. So, but that's the reason why for the 45 minutes to an hour away from Dunkirk and Fredonia for right now.
Yeah.
And if we get to the point where this starts to become lucrative and we start to get enough support on the channel and stuff like that, then maybe someday I can walk away from that full-time job or come pull back on it and make it only a 3-day-a-week thing or something like that. So, you know, you never know what the future holds, but we have to get to the point where we can support our budget first.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, and another big thing too, we wanted to be able to get out and camp more this summer. It seems like life is always changing and doing crazy things, but you know, things were a bit hectic at work. I was always going in on my days off and things like that. So now that I'm home on our long weekends where he's home for 3 days, we could actually go. Okay. We could actually go and see things now a little bit, but we are also on a stricter budget. So this is, you know, being able to do this has been wonderful.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. I feel like I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I really have enjoyed being up here. It's been very nice.
Yeah. So let's just rehash real quick before we get into our pirate chain thing, right? So we are now doing the farm sitting and the house sitting, and we want to offer that to people. Mm-hmm. And we come in our self-contained unit, stay on your farm, and help with your animals. Yeah. We're willing to learn anything, and we're willing to do as much or as little as you want us to do. We'll come and do like a consultation. We'll talk about it. That's starting at $30 per day, so that you guys know it's not for just rich people. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, it's just as much of an experience for us. So we
get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
You know. So and the 4K drone footage we're offering as well, mm-hmm. of your farm, your vehicle, your homestead, your business, your house, anything, and we're going to do that starting at $25, and that will include pictures. And once we get into videos and editing, the price will increase for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. But we want to do it pretty cost effective for other people, especially now while we're building our portfolio and gaining experience. So you understand that, you know, we haven't been doing this for very long. This is very new to us. We're still learning, and we would love for you to give us the opportunity for, you know, just basically giving us a little bit of money to kind of help us further ourselves, but we give you some good stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, because we seen that drone footage was like $70 to $250 an hour.
Yeah, it was a lot of
Yeah,
money.
so we want to offer 4K drone footage to people for a cheap price so that we can get our portfolio built up and we can get a good reputation. So $25 per hour is pretty much where we're at starting.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll get into the pirate chain. We don't want this to just keep going on and on. We're already at 35 minutes or something like that. So
yep, we keep rambling.
Yeah, we'll try to close this up real quick in the last 5 minutes or so here. But I think everybody knows what's coming. So we want to offer those two services to everybody. And then we also want to tell you about the Patreon campaign so that you can support us. So, once again, the only thing that you need to know about the Patreon is that if we can get 10 patrons for only $1 a month, we will commit to an episode every week on Sunday. So, that's the big thing to take away from the Patreon. Okay, so now we're going to get into what is pirate chain. So pirate chain is, in my opinion, it's just digital cash. That's the easiest way to explain it. And Bitcoin keeps track of a ledger of okay, so pirate chain is a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. So Bitcoin keeps track of every transaction and who it went to and how much it was and all that. Sometimes that's important. Keep that kind of stuff for like contracts and stuff like that, right? But sometimes you want to just have cash so that you can buy something from somebody with cash, right? Well, in the world that we're getting into now, everything's becoming digital and all that stuff. I'm not banking on cryptocurrencies being a huge thing. I'm banking on the fact that people are going to want to have a form of digital cash, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that people are going to want to be able to do business online, but do business like we do in the real world, where you don't need a bank to send this to somebody and then they're like, oh, why did you send $1,000 to this guy, you know? And so I'm going to read these couple of things from the pirate chain community that kind of sums up exactly what I'm trying to say. I just wanted to let you guys know that pirate chain is a cryptocurrency and it's private and it works just like cash, basically only online. So,
Do you want me to read them? What ones do you want me to read?
read that. Read the top one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So, pirate chain versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin, while used as a store of value, underperforms pirate chain in many aspects. First, Bitcoin uses a public ledger. This allows everyone to see who you transact with, how much you sent, received, and when the transaction happened. Pirate chain removes this information and doesn't allow anyone to see it. Bitcoin is slow and can take hours to confirm, while pirate takes a very small fraction of that time.
I can confirm that. I gave my father and my stepfather some pirate chain for his birthday, and it like took seconds, and it was like 0.01 pirate chain was the transaction cost. It was super cheap.
Yeah, it was very, very easy to do. Excuse me, my stomach's growling. Okay, Bitcoin has a large barrier of entry if you try to mine it. Pirate has a low bar of entry, and you can even earn some if you tweet about them. Help develop the ecosystem and take part in the community.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff on Twitter where you can just there's giveaways all the time with pirate chain. I enter them all the time, so you'll notice that on our Twitter if you follow us on Twitter. But yeah, it's a great community, and it's a way to do business online, keep things private, and why don't you read the quote right now? So if you don't realize the reason why you might want to keep your transactions private, I think...
Which quote?
That one. I think, yeah, I think Edward Snowden said this, and Ron Paul said it again, or tweeted about it. So this is, you know...
Saying you don't care about surveillance because you have nothing to hide is like saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say.
I mean, it's really that simple.
Well, working in the hair industry, I can tell you most of my customers and myself and other people I've worked with, cash is king. So if you can do a private cryptocurrency where it's digital, I mean, that's like the internet version of cash. Instead of, constantly having to...
And let me interject here, because I know that there might be some pirates screaming, right now going, it's not cash. All right, it's not fiat currency, which means fiat currency, they just keep printing it. There's only ever going to be 200 million pirate chain ever in existence. And actually, 80% of them, I'm pretty sure, have been mined already. So that means 80% of that currency that's ever going to be in existence is already in existence, and that currency caps off at 200 million pirate chain. Just to be clear.
Okay. Well, he is the the guru of all this. I barely understand any of it. This?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is how Pirate Chain was developed.
Okay. Pirate Chain was created and is continuously developed by many people, including the lead developer of the Komodo platform, Bitcoin contributors, Zcash developers, and way more, all of which have contributed to Pirate Chain on their own time without any financial incentive aside from building the world's most private and secure cryptocurrency. They believe that financial privacy is a human right and that should not be infringed on. In fact, the message is so powerful and resonates among so many people. Pirate Chain has various developers of a wide variety of backgrounds: web developers, app developers, writers, store owners, streamers, etc., to help with adoption and bringing it to the mainstream.
Yeah, so, and just to be clear, I mean, we all know that those early developers, they definitely have a Pirate Chain chest, as they should. So, yeah, they probably make money as Pirate Chain gets promoted and gains in value, but they didn't come and do this for a paycheck. That's the whole point of it. Nobody showed up and said, hey, we'll give you, $100,000 to develop us a cryptocurrency. That's not what happened. So these guys came together and did this because they believed that financial privacy was a human right and we all deserve it. And I agree with that so much that I am a big fan of Pirate Chain and even Monero because I think that's the most important thing. I'm not the hugest fan, or I'm not the hugest fan. I'm not a cheerleader, I guess, for crypto. I'm a big fan of the privacy aspect of it, and I believe that's our human right.
For me, when he was talking about it, I was like, yeah, I'm down, because I'm a private person, and, when I moved from, my hometown bank to another bank because I knew everybody that works at the bank. I didn't want them knowing how much money I had in the bank account and what I was spending it on and what I was doing with it. That's my business. That's not anybody else's business. So
it's a perfect example.
That's,
Yep.
That's where I was at with it.
So, one more I think we got, and I think you just read mostly the top on that.
Sorry, I keep flipping back and forth to see if just the top paragraph.
Yes, just the top. All right, one more picture, and then we're going to tell you what we're going to do with Pirate Chain and what we're going to offer to the pirates.
Okay. Written in the code of Pirate Chain is a vast treasure chest, pun intended, of cryptocurrency first, along with a secure way to prevent hostile attacks on the chain and keep users' transaction data private. Pirate Chain does not leak any transaction metadata, allowing every transaction to stay private. Proof of this is given on the Block Explorer, the place where you can see the transactions that occur. All cryptocurrencies have one. When you view the Block Explorer, you will notice that transactions occur, but the addresses they are sent from are not there. The addresses they are sent to are not there, and the amount transacted is not shown. Only the transaction fee. This is one of many proofs that show users that their data is safe and private.
And to me, that's the basic way to tell you that, when you send this currency, nobody knows where it went, where it came from, nobody knows who it went to, and nobody knows how much it was for. They only know what fee it cost you to send the Pirate Chain, and it's like a little transaction. It's way less than what you pay for a credit card transaction fee or something like that. So all right, so hopefully anybody who's not familiar with Pirate Chain, you understand why us as RVers are promoting it. Mm-hmm. We're just a big fan of privacy, and we wanted to bring this to the community. This is a way too that if you have a friend in Germany and you want to send them something, you don't need to send. You can send them Pirate Chain. It'll take a couple seconds to get from here to there, and the transaction fee will be cents or a fraction of a cent. It won't even be a full cent. And if you were to go through Western Union or sending a cashier's check or anything like that, that all costs money.
And takes time. And
takes a lot of time, yes. So, Wake Up and Dream wants to offer all of those services, the Patreon, the house sitting, the farm sitting, and the 4K drone footage. We want to offer that to all pirates at a 10% discount if you pay with Pirate Chain. So whatever our service was going to be, if you pay with Pirate Chain, we'll give you a 10% discount. And actually, anybody who is not familiar with how to do this, if you want us to come and do farm sitting or something like that, we'll take the 15-20 minutes to show you how you can grab some Pirate Chain and pay us. And you can save yourself 10% just from us sitting down with you for 10 or 15 minutes and showing you how to do it.
It doesn't take very long, and we can show you how to do it. I had a customer, she wanted to follow my YouTube channel because I was leaving doing hair, and she wanted to still be able to support me. But she didn't have a YouTube account or anything. So I literally in 5 minutes stood there, downloaded the app, set her up with an account, and subscribed to our channel and showed her where everything was, and it was like done in 5-10 minutes. So we are absolutely willing to show you how to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're really excited about doing all this. So we're really excited to start doing the farm sitting, and we're really excited to do the drone footage, and we're hoping that will in turn grow our channel and bring you guys some interesting stuff to watch.
As we document what we do and how we're doing it along the way, because it is a bit different. It's not. I have tried to research different ways that we could try to do it, and find other people that do it, and either they're not talking about it or it's not being done. So we're going to talk about it, and we're going to try to do it.
Yeah, and we also wanted to get some of the Pirate Chain people interested in RVing, in full-time RVing. I mean, really, having an RV is kind of like having a ship on land. I mean, we get to take our ship everywhere we go, man.
Yep.
And that may be a bad pun, I guess, but we get to take our ship with us everywhere we go, and our dogs, they're older, so they love our land, and when we come around the corner to home, they just lose their mind, even in our home, even when we have our home with us.
Yeah, the first couple of days we go anywhere, they're stressed.
So imagine how stressed they would be. This is the place they sleep every single night. That's where they eat every single meal. So we let them out the door, and yeah, it's a little bit different for them, and they're a little worked up. But when we let them back inside, if they're sad at all, they just lay down, calm down.
They lay down, their bed's there, their food dish is in the same place, their scenery's changed a little bit, but they, I think it was maybe just a day or two, and they started to settle in. So we've got a little routine going. It's the disruption of routine I've found with a lot of animals. They tend to revolve around routine. Things need to stay as routine as possible, or they get stressed. So.
Yep. Yeah, and so the RV life is awesome for anybody, any pirates. I mean, most of us are people who are private. We don't want to be messed with. We want to do what we want to do, and we don't want other people telling us what to do. So this is a good way to, if you feel pressured for any reason, wherever you're at, you can always pick up and go. And your family, because me and her too, we're comfortable in this thing. Wherever we're at it's a great place to put our head down.
My bed is the same. My pillow is the same.
So,
everything is the same. Where, my fridge,
if we had to leave New York for some reason, we could go anywhere in the world that we can drive to, I guess, and we would still feel like we were at home.
Yeah.
So that's a big reason why we love it and why we're trying to promote it to the pirates. I love the Pirate Chain community. Everything about it, actually. I'm a big fan of most everything that goes on there. But I just wanted to bring this aspect to you guys. I noticed didn't seem to me like there was a lot of Pirate Chain RVers out there, but I'm one of them, and so is my wife. We're bringing her around, so
I'm still very clueless.
We'll get her there.
When it comes to cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency is like sending money through an email. It's that simple. You get an email address, you take your cryptocurrency, and you send it to that address. So if somebody has a Pirate Chain address, it's just like having a Gmail address. Only you can send money to it. And it's secure and private. And Gmail doesn't know anything about it. That's pretty much how it goes. So that's an easy way to explain it to anybody who has no idea about cryptocurrency. You're sending money basically like from one email address to another email address.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I think we hit on everything, and yeah, I want the pirates to know that we will be giving away 10 pirate chain in our farm sitting video. So that is 2 videos away. So the next video is going to be a tour of the truck and a tractor pull.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what the next video is going to be, and then the video after that is going to be our farm sitting video. In that video, we are going to tell you how to get, how to be entered to win 10 pirate chain. So, just so you're aware that will be coming. I will promote it again on Twitter and stuff like that, so everybody knows that it's coming.
Yeah, if you're interested, come back and check out the farm sitting, and we'll have all the details in there.
Yeah.
The deets.
Yeah, and any of you pirates that are interested now, check out some of our older videos and stuff like that. And like I said, we'll be getting more into pirate chain as we unfold our business here.
Yeah.
So the more things we can help the pirate chain community with, we would really like to. So that's what we're here for. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Thank you. Sorry we went so long. We were really planning on keeping it short, guys. We have a tendency to ramble.
Yeah, we do. So if you like this, like, follow, subscribe, share, do all that awesome stuff for us, And for any of you older people that are out there, subscribing on Odyssey and YouTube doesn't mean you're paying anything.
Right. Patreon you pay for. Odyssey, YouTube, it's completely free. You can watch our channel. Check out our videos on Sundays. Patreon, if you pay for it, you'll get some early content, early access.
Absolutely. So have a good one, guys. Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.